Hey there, welcome back for another video. Well, we made a pretty big decision. I'm honestly a little surprised we followed through on it, and part of that decision required us to get rid of one of our Teslas. Did we make the right decision? Did we not make the right decision? I'm going to share what we did with you and let you tell us. Let's get into the video. All right, so I'm going to start with a short version of what we did. We sold our 2022 Tesla Model Y Performance, and we ended up purchasing a 2024 Model Y long range. Mike, what on earth are you doing? That's a bit of a downgrade, isn't it? Yeah, it kind of is a downgrade. However, I think it's not a downgrade in the ways that are important to us. So that's the short version. And if you want to stop watching the video now, I guess you got the story of what we did. You'll just not know whether it was a good idea or bad idea. So let's talk about our reasoning. Interestingly enough, I was looking at used Ford F-150 Lightnings, and I actually took a F-150 Lightning for a demo drive, and then actually took a second one with my wife to see what she thought about it, and I think we both really liked it. I liked it more, but I will say a couple things real quick. The F-150 Lightning probably has the quietest electric motors I've ever heard. We've had a Tesla Model 3, 2 Model Ys, and currently have a Model X as well. I would say I've not experienced electric motors, the motors themselves, that are any quieter than we experience in the F-150 Lightning. I think I heard Kyle Connor from Out of Spec Motoring mention that. But I haven't heard too many other people mention that. As you've probably heard about the F-150 Lightning, the frunk is huge. The software is definitely way behind Tesla. So that's what I was looking at. And from a financial standpoint, that wasn't something we could do right now. So we ended up not doing that. And then we actually went to the local Tesla service center here in Grand Rapids, Michigan to demo drive the new Model 3. That was really impressive. Rode really well, and we've owned a Model 3. And wow, quieter cabin, much more compliant suspension. I really personally don't care about that LED ambient light strip, but it's a cool little fun thing. Really smooth, definitely an improvement. And I happen to be one who really likes the looks of it. It's a really good car. One of the best bangs for the buck out there. However, I think a better bang for the buck is the Model Y, especially if you qualify for the federal tax credit. So while we were there, I had heard some people say that, oh, this comfort suspension that's in the new Model Ys, I think 2023 and now 2024, it's actually a big improvement over the prior Model Ys. And I'd never driven one, and they happened to have two of them there, and nobody was taking them for a demo drive right then. So we went ahead and took it for a demo drive. And within the first couple minutes, absolutely, I noticed way more comfortable suspension. Now, I was coming from a Performance, so clearly it's going to be better. But I mean, not just a little. It was way, way, way better. So I have not owned a long-range Model Y before now, so I don't know how that compares to the prior ones. But it was very good. The problem I've been having with the Performance model, and I don't want to put all new suspension on or anything, and I actually had downgraded the wheels on that to the 19-inch Geminis, and that helped a little bit, but the ride was so harsh, and Michigan very much is not known for good roads, it's known for bad roads, was starting to cause some issues with my neck. My back didn't bother me too much because the seats are so comfortable, and it was a noticeable difference. My wife noticed, the kids even noticed. So I ended up getting trade-in estimate from Tesla, which was not anything impressive. And then I actually reached out to CarMax as well. We have a local CarMax here, and they gave me an okay one. Like, well, go ahead and bring it in and maybe we'll be able to do more. Between the inventory car discount, because we purchased this one I'm sitting in right now, it was already in inventory. That was about I think it was $200 to $2,500 discount. We do qualify for the federal tax credit, and now that is a point of sale credit. I will link to, I think it was Bearded Tesla guy who did a really good video explaining that. At point of sale, we were looking at basically $10,000 off the car. And CarMax, we took it in, and when they looked it over and saw how well we take care of our cars, they gave a pretty decent offer to purchase it. And so we took the offer, and it really wasn't too big of a difference in the actual cost because of the inventory discount and the federal tax credit. So what we ended up with, like I said, 2024 Model Y long range. It is ultra red. That's the same color we got in our Model X. I'll link to that delivery video down below. Man, is that a beautiful color. Unless you absolutely hate red, you owe it to yourself to see it. White interior, clearly, you can see that. And it's a 7-seater. Talk about that more in a moment. And it came with a tow hitch. I really could care less about the tow hitch. We've got one on the Model X. I don't really need one on this car, but it was an inventory car, and that was the package. It fit everything else we wanted, and so we pulled the trigger. Welcome back. to a different day, different outfit. Ran out of time recording the other day. So ultimately, the deciding factors on this decision came down to several things. The ride quality, as I mentioned, we took a Model Y long range, a new one for a demo drive, and the ride quality was noticeably better. That really shouldn't shock anybody. Going from a performance with stiffer suspension to one that doesn't have as stiff of suspension should ride better. And it did, very, very noticeably better. The point of sale rebate, the inventory discount, and that decent purchase offer from CarMax. The actual cost in making this move ended up being pretty nominal. I am curious, if you don't mind, share your thoughts in the comments down below. For a few $1,000s, would you have made the same move? And that's going to vary between people. Some people would absolutely not want to give up the performance, which honestly was me. Like, one of the things, my wife can vouch for it, one of the things I said when I got the performance is, oh my gosh, I have a performance Tesla. There's no way I will ever give this up. However, my brain, which is what said that, got overruled in this case by my neck and its desire for a more comfortable ride. But let me know your thoughts down below on what would be deciding factors for you on whether or not you would make this kind of a move, and what would that dollar amount be? Be like, man, if I could make this move for X dollars, I'd go ahead and do it. If it's over that, I wouldn't do it. Or maybe you just say, well, there's no amount, I would never give up the performance. But let me know down below. I'd be curious to know. And that leaves us with, what are my post-purchase thoughts? Do we feel it was the right move? Do we not feel it was the right move? Overall, very happy with the decision. I have not missed the performance speed yet. I'm enjoying the ride quality in this one. I'm sure somebody will comment down below that I'm being melodramatic or overstating the difference in the ride quality. Yes, part of this is how it feels to the individual person. If you are saying that and you haven't actually driven a 2022 Model Y Performance or older, and then right after that driven a new Model Y long range, I'm just being honest with you, you don't really know unless you've driven them back to back and can feel the difference. 7 seats, that does provide added flexibility. That is something we were looking for. Our Model X, if you've not seen the delivery video on that, I'll link to it down below, is a 5-seat because we needed to be able to qualify for the federal tax credit on that one as well. So having the 7 seats did provide flexibility. It is something we were looking for if we were going to order a new Model Y. Not because we're going to take 7 adults in this thing. Absolutely not. To prove my point, I'm going to insert a video my wife took while we were at the Tesla Service Center of me getting into and out of the back seat of a 7-seat Model Y. So enjoy. I might not get out. Oh. Okay. Big booty, big belly doesn't work. Oh, man alive. Oh, I'm in. I'm in, and my head hits the top.
Do you want me to put it back? Oh, you got it.
Well, fat guy in a little coat.
Nice.
That guy in a little coat.
All right, now try to get out.
This is going to be the funnier one. Okay. You own my glasses?
Yes, I
Because I'm
can.
going to break them. Okay, I got it.
This is way worth coming.
Okay.
This alone.
Okay, so as you can see, it's not impossible. I would say it's not advisable either. 5'10", about 230 pounds, so I'm by no means a small guy. I am a big guy. So I want to be fair on that. I was able to get in. I was able to get out. Not much room back there. Not something where I could sit upright. I'd have to be leaning over, and I just don't think it's safe. Now, that said, our daughter did sit back there as well, and after we got the seats adjusted and everything, she said, yeah, I could ride back here. We are going to use it just for the flexibility of nieces, nephews, whoever with us. We now have the possibility of putting 7 people in the car, or maybe we end up doing 6 in the car and having it be more comfortable, or even 5 in the car and have it be more comfortable. So it just provides that level of flexibility. And when we look at what the inventory discount was, it basically getting the 7-seat option for free. Another reason I like the decision is the Ultra Red. I said it already in this video. It is stunningly gorgeous. And it definitely changes. It looks more like a maroon or a burgundy in darker lighting or overcast skies. And it looks not quite like a candy apple red if you've ever seen that. It looks good in the sun. It does have hardware 4. That was actually not a reason I got it, but it does have the upgraded cameras and all that comes along with hardware 4. Really the only thing I miss, and I don't really miss a lot, is the ultrasonic sensors. Our 2022 Model Y had ultrasonic sensors, and this of course has vision only. Now, I don't miss it a ton. I guess if I need to get really, really close to something, I miss it a little bit, but I grew up driving without any of those features. I grew up just with my eyeballs and I've been driving long enough with just my eyeballs that I really don't even find myself looking at the screen all that much to figure out how close I am to things. So that's about it. That kind of wraps it up. That's the latest Tesla move we've made. Again, curious to know your thoughts. Share with me down in the comments down below. Look forward to talking with you down there. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.